Namaste and welcome to Bharat News on Bharat TV. I'm Mona Sharma Gupta here with today's comprehensive coverage of top stories. A look at the headlines now. President Donald Trump continues to double down his protectionist economic agenda, defending sweeping new tariffs despite global backlash and market turbulence. At the same time, the Trump administration ignited controversy by firing top security officials, including the head of the NSA and Cyber Command. The U.S China trade war escalated further, with Beijing retaliating with steep tariffs on its own. A deadly multi state storm left devastation across the Midwest as the nation faces flash floods and tornado damage. A federal judge has ordered the Trump administration to reverse an unlawful deportation, settling the stage for a direct constitutional standoff. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Modi begins a strategic visit to Sri Lanka with a focus on defense and digital cooperation. Political unrest continues in India, where the JDU leaders resigned over the Waqf Bill, while PM Modi also issued a sharp warning to Bangladesh's interim leader on regional rhetoric. In Prayagraj, an IAF engineer's murder has triggered suspicions of a targeted hit. And internationally, Myanmar declared a temporary ceasefire after a catastrophic earthquake killed over 3,000 people, straining its already crumbling healthcare system. Now, the news in detail. Amid plunging markets and diplomatic uproar, President Trump defended his sweeping tariffs as essential to rebuilding America's industry. Speaking Thursday, Trump said it could take a year and a half to 2 years for manufacturing to rebound. He emphasized that the administration is fast tracking plant approvals, including electric facilities. Brushing off concerns about consumer costs, Trump likened the economy to a very sick patient, requiring painful but necessary treatment. A baseline 10% tariff on all imports and steeper reciprocal tariffs on countries like China are central to the plan. Trump insists that the short term plan will yield long term economic booming. General Timothy Hogg, head of the NSA and U.S Cyber Command, has been fired in a surprise White House reshuffle. His deputy, Wendy Noble, was also reportedly dismissed. The firings followed a meeting between Trump and far-right activist Laura Loomer, though the president denied she influenced the decision. Democrats voiced alarm, calling it a grave national security risk. The dismissals come amid reports of broader personal changes within the National Security Council. The Pentagon has yet to comment, while top lawmakers disclose the firings to CBS. Critics argue the purge targets officials perceived as disloyal. The U.S. China trade conflict escalated Friday after China imposed a 34% tariff on American goods, mirroring President Trump's recent hike. Trump accused Beijing of panicking and overreacting. Combined with previous levies, total tariffs on Chinese imports now reach 54%. China's Ministry of Commerce condemned the U.S. actions as unilateral bullying. Chinese tariffs take effect April 10th, while the US 34% reciprocal tariffs begin April 9th. Despite escalating tensions, China urged dialogue. Trump's tariff campaign, aimed at economic rebalancing, now threatens a full-blown trade war between the world's two largest economies. A deadly storm system continued to sweep across the Midwest and South on Friday, leaving at least 8 dead and over 100,000 without power. Tornadoes hit Tennessee, Arkansas, and Missouri, while flash floods inundated several states. The National Weather Service issued life threatening flood warnings from Ohio to Texas, citing historical rainfall potential. With soils already saturated, the storm system is expected to persist through the weekend, fueling extreme thunderstorms. Relief operations are ongoing, but damage assessments remain incomplete. Officials warn that the worst could still come, especially in flood prone areas across the lower Mississippi Valley. In a landmark ruling, the U.S. District Judge Paula Zenas ordered the Trump administration to return Kilmer Abrego Garcia to the U.S. by Monday. The government admitted it had illegally deported Garcia to El Salvador, defying a court order. Congress said you can't do it and you did it anyway, Zenas told the Justice Department lawyer. The case now poses a direct confrontation between the judicial and the executive branches. Garcia's removal was linked to the Trump administration's tough immigration stance, and the order could establish new legal precedent on executive overreach and immigrant rights. Moving on to news from India, Prime Minister Narendra Modi began a 3-day visit to Sri Lanka aiming to deepen cooperation in defense, health, and energy. His first visit since Anura Dissanayake became president, Modi is expected to sign 8 MOUs. The agreements cover digital infrastructure, cheaper energy supply, and formalizing military cooperation. Accompanied by key ministers and officials, Modi emphasized maritime security and regional peace. Officials hailed the visit as a sign of unprecedented bilateral warmth. Modi's trip follows December's talk in New Delhi and builds on shared strategic interest in the Indo-Pacific region. At least 5 DDU leaders and 1 RLD official resigned Friday, citing betrayal over support for the Waqf Amendment Bill. The JDU's Tabrez Hassan accused Nitish Kumar of aligning with forces hostile to Muslims. Other resignations came from party secretaries and minority cell leaders. In Uttar Pradesh, Sazeb Rizvi of RLD stepped down, accusing his party of abandoning secularism. The resignations reflect growing dissent within NDA allies over controversial legislation. At the BIMSTEC summit in Bangkok, Prime Minister Modi met Bangladesh's interim leader Muhammad Yunus and cautioned against inflammatory statements. Modi urged respect for regional sensitivities, especially regarding India's northeast. Yunus recently described the region as landlocked and appealed to China for maritime access, drawing backlash from Indian officials. Modi also highlighted rising violence against Bangladesh's Hindu minority. Bangladesh raised the issue of Sheikh Hasina's extradition during the meeting. India maintained it supports a peaceful, democratic Bangladesh. The exchange underscores delicate diplomatic balancing amid shifting political landscapes in South Asia. Saurabh Kumar has been arrested for killing S.N. Mishra, a senior IAF engineer inside the Central Air Command in Prayagraj. Police claim Kumar intended robbery, but Mishra's family alleges a planned assassination. Kumar reportedly cut the CCTV wires and shot Mishra through a window after ringing the doorbell at 3 a.m. The family noted a previous break-in attempt and questioned why a thief would strike while residents were home. Police believe the crime was linked to raising bail funds for Kumar's jailed brother. Critiques demand further investigation amid concerns over base security lapses. Moving on to international news, Myanmar's junta has declared a temporary ceasefire to support rescue efforts after a 7.7 magnitude earthquake killing over 3,000 people. The truce, lasting until April the 22nd, was announced as humanitarian conditions worsen. In Mandalay, residents are cut off from water and power. Aid groups warn of an unfolding medical crisis with rising cases of diarrhea and heat stroke. UN officials say over 300,000 people require water assistance. Aftershocks and limited infrastructure are hampering relief efforts. Junta leader Min Aung Hlaing will attend a regional meeting in Thailand as pressure mounts for coordinated international aid. That concludes today's news on Bharat TV. For more updates on these stories and others, please visit our website or follow us on social media. I'm Mona Sharma Gupta and I'll see you soon. Thank you.